Today I'm going to be changing the spark plugs on my car. This is a Camaro turbocharged 4 cylinders with a 2.0 liter engine. I'm going to be using a 5/8 spark plug socket, and as you can see there is a rubber cover around the inside of the socket, and the point for that rubber is to both hold the spark plug so you can drop it, inside the hole, and also protects it from any damages. Of course, you're gonna be needing a 10 millimeter socket because, well, you always need those for some reason. A regular wrench, and also a torque wrench. Now, if you don't have one of these, I'll also walk you through how to tighten the spark plugs to specification without it. Some dielectric grease, which we're going to be using to protect the spark plugs. I'll walk you through how I'm gonna use it and why. And of course, you're gonna be needing your spark plugs because, well, that's what you're installing. I'm going to be using these Bosch. I got them from Amazon. I'm gonna leave the link in the description if you want them. Now we are back on the engine bay. Now the very first step, which I don't have recorded on video, is to remove the engine cover. Usually there is a cover that goes on top of this to make it look pretty. You don't see the cables and whatnot. The way that you remove that is going to be by, first you have to lose your oil cap. So you're gonna have your engine cover, your oil cap is gonna be on top of it. You're also going to have this bolt over here. It's gonna be sitting on top holding that cover. So for you to remove it, you're gonna lose this bolt, lose your engine cover, and then you're going to pull it up and push it towards you, right? And the reason you wanna do that is because you're going to have 2 tabs that go right there, one there, and one there. And that will stop it from just pulling it. So you have to pull it a little bit and then, you gotta lift it and pull it. Very important that you do it in that order. Don't ask me how I know. There's a reason why I don't have the cover on this engine. Now this is a 4-cylinder engine, and the cylinders are also accessible through the top of the engine, so this is very easy. But for some reason the dealership wanted to charge me $1,000 to do this. I don't know what they had for launch that day, but yeah. So you're going to have 1 in here, 2, 3, and then the 4th one, which is the one that's gonna be the hardest one, just because you have this plastic piece sitting on top of it. So in order to get to it, you have to lose this as well. I'm hoping I don't have to lose this plastic cover, and hopefully just removing this will give me access to it. All right, so I'm just gonna pull this over here. There we go. There's a black clip in there that for some reason you also have to pull up, but I'm gonna put this to the side. Gonna remove this right here. You'll also want to inspect this just because we're not gonna replace it. So just to make sure that there is no damage to the rubber. Everything looks fine. The only reason I'm replacing the spark plugs is because I'm overdue for them. You're supposed to change them every 30,000 miles, every 60,000 miles, and I'm 30 overdue. All right. Now you can see the spark plug right there. All right. Now, something very important is that this is an aluminum head engine, which means that in order for you to work with the spark plugs, it has to be cold. If you try to loosen the spark plug while the engine is at running temperature, you risk damaging the threads on it, and if that happens, you're gonna have a very bad week. All right, so in order to loose it, we're gonna drop our socket in there. There we go, and then we're gonna loose it. There we go. That was harder than I was expecting. We're gonna finish this by hand. For the love of God, never use an impact driver in here. Alright, we're gonna use the dielectric grease, and this goes around the spark plug. The goal of it is to stop moisture from getting in there, and also it makes it easier to loose it the next time that you're gonna work on this. So we're just gonna go around it. Make sure not to touch the metal part. There we go. And we're going to use a cotton swab, and we're also going to apply some to the inside of the spark plug housing, right? Just a little bit. Now we're back on our engine. We're gonna present the new spark plug over here. Make sure it goes in. Gonna remove the towel. Now here you're gonna wanna start, first make sure it doesn't fall, but then you're gonna present it and do this by hand at first. And you wanna make sure there is no resistance. Again, never use an impact driver for these, please. All right, now that's as far as I can get it by hand. I'm gonna take my torque wrench, set these to 15 feet-pound, which is already there, which is what's required by the manufacturer, right? Then I'm gonna center here, and then tie this until it clicks. There we go. Which is not a lot, right? And we're gonna remove this. We're gonna get the housing, put it in there, push it. Get a 10mm socket in here. Then just, yeah, there we go. Just tighten that a bit. clip this, and one done, just 3 to go. I went ahead and did cylinder 2 off camera, didn't realize I wasn't recording. So I'm gonna do 3 here without close up so you can see everything in case you miss anything. There we go. Now we're going to break the spark plug. There we go. Which these are way tighter than they should. Maybe it's because they're the factory spark plugs, but I'm putting a lot of pressure into this. Jeez. Alright. Called it too quick. Well, alright, UPS decided to stop by, so I had to like stop real quick. Let's see, let's finish this. Have I said not to use an impact driver for this? Yeah. Don't do that. Oh my god. There we go. Oh. Out with the old one. And with the new one. Alright. Remember, you don't want to feel any pressure here in the beginning. Otherwise, it means it's cross-threaded. And if that happens, just start again. Just loosen it and start again. Now, something that I said I was going to show you is how to tighten this if you don't have the torque wrench. And the way that you do that is you tighten this by hand until you can't anymore, right there. It doesn't move anymore with my hand. And then you take your wrench and put it there. I'm pretty much gonna go a quarter, or from 1/4 to 1/8 of a rotation, and there we go. You see, there we go. This goes back there. Well, gotta make sure the holes are aligned, of course, otherwise it won't go in. This is mechanic 101. And you don't necessarily want to tighten these too hard. I don't know if you noticed, but these, when I'm loosening them, they're like very, very loose. Just wanna give it a, wanna give it a quick 1-2, just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. There we go, that's it. And cylinder number 3 is done. Now come the hardest, which is cylinder number 4, which is all the way there, right? You notice it is covered with that right there. So I'm gonna have to lose this bolt, that one, probably lose this. Actually, no, I might not need to. So just this and this one right here. Every car, there's always one. There we go. All right. this is the base for the engine cover. Since I don't really have one, I probably won't be installing this again. But I'm assuming you do have it, so you will want to put this back. Not for me. It's not an issue I have today. There we go. Beautiful. See, it says front in there. I don't know if you can see it, but it has one hole, two hole, which is the one that I remove, and then right there you have one of the holes and the second one. I won't be putting that back because I don't have the cover anymore, so lucky me. This is the same process, just pull and lift. Yeah, doesn't care for it, so leave it right there. Going to be loosen this. Got the cops driving around the street, so yeah, that's always fun. You already know the process. Get it there, break it. Man, this is like very hard. Have I mentioned not to use an impact driver? Yeah, just in case. I know there's gonna be one of you who's gonna use an impact driver in here. Yeah, I'm sorry for you. There we go, last one. All right, that's as far as I can get it. The position that I'm in. So I'm gonna use my torque wrench. Woo! There we go. Beautiful. Last one. All right. Gonna put the housing. Push it there. It doesn't really click. The only thing holding that in there is the bolt that we remove. Some engines do have a clicking mechanism, I want to say, in the housing for the spark plug. But then when you have that, you don't really have these bolts. So, yeah. All right, come on, almost there. Now I'm gonna have every link to every tool that I've used on this video in the description of the video. So if you want to support me and you feel like you're going to be doing this spark plug replacement, please get them from that link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, same price as you will get if you go to Amazon, but I do get a small commission, which helps. There we go. We plug it in there. Woo! And we are all done. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll get back to you guys.